In This Week in Military History, we explore Benedict Arnold's capture of Richmond, Virginia on January 5th, 1781. After Benedict Arnold escaped arrest by the Americans for the plot to hand over West Point, New York, to the British, he was rewarded by the British with a royal command. The British Loyalist fleet began sailing for Virginia on December 21st under Arnold's command. George Washington received word of the British fleet and warned Thomas Jefferson, then governor of Virginia, that the British were sailing in his direction. Nonetheless, the colonials were unsuccessful in tracking and communicating British ship movements. Continental and Virginian leaders believed that a fleet would travel to South Carolina due to the cold weather season. Arnold's fleet, however, entered the Chesapeake Bay on December 30th, and General Nelson was alerted. Thomas Jefferson received the report on December 31st and hesitated initially to summon the militia due to recent false alarms. When he finally did so, only 200 militiamen answered his call for protection. Meanwhile, Arnold's fleet reached Jamestown and decided to keep the colonials off balance by continuing to sail up the James River. The residents of Richmond fled as panic set in, removing as much of their property as they could carry, a move Jefferson himself would be criticized for when fleeing during the crisis. Arnold landed at Bird Plantation and marched with over 1,000 men from Westover to Richmond, Virginia, which he entered unopposed on January the 5th. The British stayed for approximately 24 hours and then set fire to the city, destroying private and public property and ransacking the town. Thomas Jefferson, in response, called on the Virginia militia to attack, and the militia was able to outthink Loyalist troops, and Arnold retreated to Portsmouth to regroup, burning much along the way. The raid on Richmond is considered one of Arnold's greatest successes and one of his most treasonous actions. George Washington, as a result, put a bounty on Arnold's head due to his destruction of the country's most important city. Join us next time for another segment of This Week in Military History with the Pritzker Military Museum and Library.